Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MADlife podcast. This is a nice little intro song, Kyler. I hope you all have been making a difference. At the end of every podcast, I say, go make a difference. And I hope you guys are all taking that to heart.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually talking to Corey Yates yesterday.
Yeah?
About like Easter. I'm going to put this down real quick. And I was talking to him about how I felt a real positive like wave yesterday because of, Easter and the Savior and Christ and the whole thing,
Me too.
Because it's been feeling kind of dark, on social media lately.
Yeah, it's good to see some positive posts where we're all here for the same reason. We're all on this earth for the same reason. We're all ultimately sons and daughters of God. And so I think that's something that brings everybody together.
Yeah, it does.
So it's less differences, less comparing. It's like, oh, we're all the same in a way.
It felt good to see a lot of like big celebrities come out and like represent Christ yesterday.
Yeah, it's really cute. I feel like everyone needs to remember him. Cute. I always say the word
cute.
It
is cute.
It is cute. It made me feel happy.
But it also confused me.
Why?
It confused me that a lot of people, like I saw a lot of people like posting about like books or like workout videos or like things like it just seems so weird to me that you would post something like that on such a sacred, it feels like such a sacred day to me.
Yes.
And you would think that it is to them because you know them, but they
maybe the way they celebrate Easter was they got a good workout in. It made them
I don't
feel
know what
happy,
it is.
energized.
I don't know what it is. I'm not like
And some people might not believe in Christ,
Yeah, true. Or they're struggling with their testimony or whatever,
Yeah.
That's not what
you never know.
That's not what this episode's about. I just really, I love Jesus.
I do too.
And I felt super good yesterday with the big wave that came my way through social media of people that were just representing.
Yep. I always love when the kids talk about Jesus. Yesterday, Halston, I have these little workbooks that I print out these papers. They're religious papers, and the kids can go and color Christ or do a word search.
From Faven?
From Faven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have a subscription, so I just go on there and I just every month or every week, twice a week, they send new papers and I can print out anything and all these downloads. So I put together these books for the kids. It was like a countdown to Easter book, and so every day they would read the scripture that went with it and color the page, and the kids just loved it. They had so many questions. What is this, Mom? Why does the wine represent his blood? Why does this water represent his body? And tell me about the story.
Other way around.
Wine represent his blood.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
My bad. I took it in wrong.
It's fine. And so it was just really cute that they were asking lots of questions, and Halston was coloring a picture of Christ, and she just drew a big heart around him and said, Mom, I'm drawing this heart because I love Jesus.
Oh, yeah. She did that to me too. It was super
I told
cool.
her to tell you at church. I said, go tell Dad the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
It made me feel so happy, so I wanted you to hear her say it too.
Oh, there's another cute thing that happened when we were over at my sister's house. London leaned over to Tatum and said, because we were watching the video of Christ and the whole leading up to the Golgotha when he walked up with his cross and whatnot. Anyways, she leaned over to Tatum and said, I really wish I lived in that time so I could have been there with Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. Ever since like our kids were young, the weirdest thing, it's like almost not taught. Like it's not taught to have that much reverence
for Christ without even teaching the reverence.
It's weird because they already know it. That's
when
why.
Our kids were, how old were they? They're like almost one. We pointed to a picture of Christ on the wall and they said, Jesus. And they would just hug him. Remember the statues? They would just hug the statues and never let it go.
Oh, Jesus statues. I remember that. That was crazy.
I know.
I'm really glad that our kids have a good foundation for Christ.
I think it's just really important to feel like there's something bigger than you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the main thing, like obviously, yes, like Christ, but with other religions too, the reason why it keeps people, in a good path, regardless of what your religion is because you find out that there's something bigger than you. I feel like everybody here, like natural man, selfishness, you're the biggest thing, but really we are not big compared to the world. There's so many people.
Yeah.
So knowing that there's something smarter than you, bigger than you, and it feels humbling.
Well, that's a great start. It's a great start.
It's a good start. I'm just saying, like for every religion, there's something like that they are worshiping and loving.
Yeah.
But we believe in Christ.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we hope we hope to get others to do the same.
That's true.
Because yeah, I mean, that's it.
Yep.
For sure. I mean, that's it. There's no
Totally.
yeah, cool. Awesome.
So that's so funny that the kids thought that they would want to live during that time, because when I think of that time, it sounds stressful. Like you can be killed and no, you're not held accountable.
I mean, I was talking to Mark about that yesterday. Like we think that times now are better or worse than they were back then, but actually times back then were probably
that would
worse.
stress me out. I mean, you do one thing wrong and the king can just order for you to just be crucified.
100%.
You're like, oh,
or
no,
or
I
not
didn't
do
mean to
anything.
do that.
Or not do anything. Christ didn't do anything.
Exactly.
And
or
he was
you're
just
innocent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyways, man, we've had a lot going on lately. Last month we were just sick the entire month. It was a very, very difficult month for our
remember,
family.
we were on the podcast sick.
We were on the podcast sick. That's why we
Yeah.
haven't done a podcast in a couple weeks. Actually, I think this is honestly 3 weeks now because
We brought all our podcast stuff with us to California. We had plans to do a podcast, and then we got so busy. First, our trip was supposed to be a vacation, and it turned into instead us house hunting. We got there for 2 days and we go, oh my gosh, I love being by my parents. Then we went to his mom's house. We were at her house in 1 hour and back to my parents' house in 1 hour.
I mean,
we were about my sisters.
Respectfully, it didn't have anything to do for me
About family?
by being with your parents. However, it is nice to be next to your family, but honestly, it's the air I breathe. We lived that life for so long and we came here and it is just 6 months of the year is just dark, cold, gloomy. You're inside, cooped up. I feel like I'm hibernating. It's horrible. I don't understand how people do it.
The winter pushes us to our edge. Like, I feel like when I'm here in Utah during the summer and the fall and the spring, I think, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I could definitely live here forever. And as soon as winter hits, this thing comes over me where it's not me anymore. It's a different Madison. And I'm going, I can't live this way. And you feel the same way. And we just are craving that green sunshine.
It really does suppress creativity for me.
Yeah, same.
Like I really love to put on a pair of shorts and just walk outside and I love to go down to the beach. I love to get in the water. I love the sunsets when I'm out surfing. Like
I love the long days of the sun all day long and being out and then coming home to our house afterwards. Whereas here in Utah, I find us living in our house a lot, like hardly ever leaving. It's just less of that. Less activeness getting out. When we were in California for 2 weeks, we did more as a family outdoors than we have done here in the last 5 months in just 2 weeks time.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was craving. And so as I was at these activities there, I was going, I can't leave this. We've got to move here now. So we looked at a bunch of houses. How many houses did we go through?
Oh, we probably walked through 5 different homes, but we've looked at every single house in Orange County. Every single house in Orange County, and they're going like crazy. It goes
They're
fast.
all gone now. All the ones we wrote offers on. We wrote offers on 2 houses.
Oops, spilled the beans. We wrote a couple offers, and we got beat out twice.
We didn't come in full price because we were thinking, well, there's a lot of renovation we've got to do. Let's go in $100,000 less, and then both houses, somebody came in full price.
Yeah, both homes. We kind of. I mean, we knew we could. I don't really want to go through renovation again. You know, that's the truth.
I really am looking for a house that is fully renovated and we really want a pool.
Except I'm kind of nervous about the pool.
We're going to put a gate around it.
Put a gate around it, yeah.
Yeah, that does make me nervous.
There's only one
I
house.
would be happy with just a grassy backyard too. We can put a trampoline back there.
There's only one house in San Clemente that had that really nice glass gate, but I didn't really like that house that much.
Yeah, it was okay. It's hard with
crunchy.
5 kids. So the twins want to share a room. So we're looking at 4 and 5 bedrooms, but I would prefer a 5 bedroom because we like to have a guest room. So then that way the boys share a room, the twins share a room, and then Halston was going to have her own or something, like one of the smallest, whatever one was the smallest or something. The 2 bigger ones with the 2 boys and the twins. And the girls decided this on their own. Like Halston wanted her own room. She wants a princess room. Mm-hmm. The twins want to share. Thought that was cute. And then we have a guest room. So we're really looking at like 5 bedroom homes. They're just not very many that are fully renovated.
Yeah.
That aren't too pricey because everything's so expensive right now.
You said they're all gone right now?
Yes, I just looked. I have on my app, I have it on the Zillow app, I have like everything already preset. So I have it in like 5 bedrooms. I have between, 2.5 and 3 million. I have the square footage, 3,500 and up because it just gets a little squishy.
Pretty much all those homes in that area are
3 results. 3 results.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
So I have that set on my phone. So every day I'm just going to check if there's something new. Now, this is what's crazy. If we do decide to move, there's more to it than just, finding that cute house and writing the offer, because now we've got to pack up this whole house. We've got to list it. We would like to have whatever we make from this house as the down payment. So we're going to have this awkward phase where we're almost homeless, because unless we can find a house within those 90 days that this is an escrow. If we don't,
we'll find a
we're
rental.
Homeless.
We'll find a rental. So easy.
I don't want to do that because then we're going to 1 year there.
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
No, I'd rather wait. I'd rather be homeless for 1 month and then the next month find a rent.
You'd rather
one that we love.
Be homeless?
I mean, I would rather for 1 month be at my parents squished or something like that, or in some Airbnb than to go and get in a 1 year lease of something we don't like. That's why
you don't have
stressed
to. You
out
don't have to
about
worry about the lease. It's all good. You can always get out of a lease. You can find somebody else to rent the home, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's okay. But what would be cool is if you did get in a rental down there, then you're just down there, and then you get all the renovation done perfectly that you want done, empty, so you don't have to live in it, and it's done quick. It's done so much quicker, and then you move into a beautiful home that you absolutely want to be in. Come on, just trust your husband.
What are you looking at for a rental though?
I think we should live in. Nice? I think we should live in something like your mother's right now.
A little 2-bedroom condo
for 4 months while we renovate, and I will work.
You can do
every
only
day.
4 months. You can't. It doesn't have to be 12.
We'll figure it out. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. Figure out stuff.
Okay, well, I said,
whenever it gets too stressful, I keep telling Kyler, maybe we should just stay here.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we get excited and we start deciding all these plans, now my heart starts beating really fast and I start getting sweaty and I'm like, I can't do this. And then we start arguing.
As long as you put deodorant on and you don't stink.
You're so annoying.
Hey, but yeah, it's a huge pro to move there because of what we do. And we've talked about this 100 times. We're not going to get into all the things to do, but it is closer to what we do. And when we were there, we had how many auditions did we had for different roles, and family auditions, and different roles for the kids and stuff. It's fun. It's so much fun. You like the dance program there, the gymnastics program's close. It's all close within 10 minutes.
One of the things,
45 minutes away.
Yeah. One of the things that I've been looking for as we move is, are we near a good dance and gymnastics studio? Because our kids are heavily involved in that right now. And so we went to the dance studio. It would only be, depending on where we get the house, 10 minutes from our house, which is so nice because right now I drive 35, 40
Broken
minutes. Bit? Yeah, I'm so annoyed about Broken Bit. It's gone now. I'm sure you're so happy, Kyler.
I think you just have to be careful. You just have to be careful, especially when you're flipping equity. When you're flipping equity from one house to the next, if you really want to be smart and you want to win.
I'm not trying to flip equity. I would have stayed in that house till the kids were 20.
No, Broken Bit?
Yes.
No. I'm talking about if you want to anyways, it doesn't matter. We're not talking about Broken Bit. I'm sorry. Broken Bit. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, you shouldn't have brought Broken Bit. It's caused so many fights with us the last 2 weeks. So let me tell you guys about Broken Bit. We go into all these homes. They're all just okay. Then we go into this one that looks like a castle on the outside. It's not very expensive compared to all the other ones. And it's huge and perfectly remodeled inside. Has all the things we need in it that we've been looking for. And I'm walking through it going, oh my gosh, if I moved into this house, I would pass out of happiness. And as I'm thinking that, Kyler's going, I hate it. What? Mm-hmm. No, if he would have said he loved it, we could have gotten this house. I would have been so happy to live there.
Yeah.
Every single day. And Kyler just did not want it. And it made me so frustrated.
The neighborhood was bad. You gotta think about the kids.
The neighborhood was good.
First. No,
there was one guy pushing his trash can outside and Kyler's like, he's a murderer. I'm like, that is not true. You cannot place that on this guy that's pushing his trash. It looks like he's angry.
Matt, everybody in that neighborhood, that is an older people neighborhood. They're big.
That doesn't mean you're gonna get murdered in it.
You might.
We pulled up and he goes, this square looks like a house you get murdered in. I'm like, no, it does not. It was beautiful.
It just felt like Jean Bonnet types.
No, it doesn't. That is so not true. And also when I took stories of the inside, I posted that Kyler didn't like it. And I had so many people fueling my fire and giving me There
was literally a room. There was a room downstairs, a bonus room. And inside the room, on half of the ceiling was open to the upstairs. There was it was so cool. Wonky. It was like a little bit Mickey Mouse.
No, I liked it.
There's so many Mickey Mouse houses that we walked through.
There was a lot of bad ones. Kyler wanted to move into this one that looked like you're on a tropical vacation from the outside. But as soon as you go inside, the kitchen was all right. And then everything else was so old and squishy.
Which one?
So tiny. The Spanish one.
Oh my gosh, that house is so cool.
It was very unique and custom on the outside.
It felt
looked
like you were walking through Disneyland, like one of Disneyland's like attractions.
Yes, it was. The outside was immaculate. It was beautiful. And it would be right next to the school that my sister was going to take her little kids to and stuff. It was just perfect. It was perfect.
But it was a little squishy
on the outside. But as soon as we got inside, you know, I liked the kitchen area. I felt like it could be a fun vibe. And then as soon as you go upstairs, it's just the tiniest hallways, the old like closet rooms. It looked like they're going to.
It felt like we were living in Mickey Mouse's house.
Yes.
It was still like, I don't know, 4,000 square feet.
It was so hard to say no to because, well, we did write an offer. But when the other one got accepted, Kyler was so sad. And I was a little bit relieved because I was thinking, I just don't know if this feels completely right for the inside of the house.
At the end of the day, I don't like to lose. And that's why I get sad. I just like, hate when people beat me.
And you were so mad about the other one too. The other one would have been great for us.
I was actually really mad about the other one.
I'm so sad about the other one.
We should have just gone on at full price, whatever.
So annoying. It was right by that park. Gosh, it's so hard to house hunt, you guys.
Yeah, it's not easy.
But let's talk about the benefits of California versus Utah. Okay, Utah feels
like
I would say safer, but then again, Orange County feels very safe to me.
At the end of the day, we're safe nowhere. We're safe nowhere. Did you hear about the mosquito thing? I'm not trying to get into like any drama or anything, but like Bill Gates and the mosquitoes.
What is that about?
Dude, he's got like a mosquito farm, and they're
what, they all have diseases in them?
No, they say that they're trying to like utilize mosquitoes to like. I don't know if I should even talk about this. It's just whack. Just look it up. It's crazy. Crazy.
I do feel like the government has some secret combinations going on.
There's some whack stuff going on in the world right now.
And they want to depopulate the earth for sure. We are safe nowhere, but
I think I need to go get undone, and I think we should have another child.
What does that have to do with any of
population control? I'm trying to be a lion.
I like that Jackson hat you're wearing. Gosh, if you guys aren't listening in, or if you're not viewing, go view it because his hat's cool.
Oh yeah, go watch it because my hat.
Go watch it just to see Kyler's full Jackson Boxing Club hat. I like that. It's cool.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, we keep changing the subject. So I feel like California is safe in the area that we're living in. So the safety thing doesn't really apply to this area of California. Politics, yes. I feel like the politics here in Utah are a little bit better.
It's a little more.
I do get stressed about what could be passed in California.
When you have a family, you like to think about all roads, you know?
Yeah.
If it was just me, I'd move there in 5 seconds. I wouldn't even think.
But how do the politics actually affect a family when you're like doing things like homeschooling and kind of choosing your own kid's path during the day? Like they just go, homeschool, gymnastics. Like how is it different in California? Like how do the politics affect us? That's what I'm wondering.
If you live in California, the laws that are passed affect everyone, you know?
But what
from
laws?
Taxes.
Okay, like taxes and stuff. I mean, like for kids. How does it affect kids?
It just depends. It depends.
Besides the school district stuff.
It depends on what they pass, It depends on what they pass that maybe goes against your belief system. I don't want to get into those type of things because it's not really.
I mean, I just was seeing if I'm being, like if I'm being blinded, like if I'm not seeing it, because I just don't see how it affects.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really want my kids to go to public school anyways.
Same. Although I was thinking about if we did move to California this year, it would be cute if they did go to public school for 1 year so they can get to know all the kids in the area. Because you meet everybody that lives by you, like just from that 1 year of school.
Yeah, I'm down to do 1 year, but I actually I like this homeschool stuff, especially if we know that they're on track. If we did a good job this year for our first year doing homeschool and they go back to school next year and they're ahead of the game, which I think they are. Think about it. A teacher has to teach 30 kids in a class or 25 to 28 kids in a class.
Yeah.
They don't get the one-on-one focus on those specific topics that like Mark or you or me can give them, when they're trying to learn a concept.
True.
So we move pretty quickly through the concept.
We'll go through about like 5 lessons on math in like an hour. And they know all of them. That's what's so funny. There hasn't really been one lesson where they're like, I don't understand this. So it's almost like they're doing, like they know it. Maybe because they're building on the curriculum. They're building, it gets harder and harder. So they're just learning it so quickly. But
they're pretty smart kids.
I do think they're on track.
I think
as long as those books are
we're
right.
lacking maybe in a couple of areas like science and stuff like that. Maybe because our interests don't really. I don't know. I think some of those things are not really that. Well,
I think
this is a parent's opinion. I don't really think they're that important, but
I think social studies is more of a thing that you've got to stay on track on because they hit on certain points. Like you might not learn, like if they learn U.S. history or the presidents or whatever, or about Native Americans or whatever on a certain year, they'll miss that whole thing. They'll grow up never knowing about it if they missed it. But science.
Let's be honest though. Hold on.
What?
No disrespect for Lewis and Clark. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But why in the actual hell do I need to know? Do I care about Lewis and Clark? And I'm telling you, we talked about Lewis and Clark a lot in elementary school in Idaho.
I think it's important to know about all the historical people and the impact they've had on the world.
I would much rather have my child who is interested in singing be in a singing class, learning how to sing and elevate her talent in singing.
Yes.
Than have my child know about Lewis and Clark, who I don't even remember what it's about.
Okay. I mean, fair, but also I think it's important to be educated. You know, you don't want to be like in your 20s and someone talks about something, you're like, what's that? Who was that? Who is George Washington? I don't know. It's just like so awkward if you didn't know like some big things. But then again, some people in other countries grow up not knowing any of that because that wasn't historical to them.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and we're all like, imagine if we met up together and we're best friends from someone from another country and we both knew completely different things. So maybe it's all, I don't know. I have so many mixed thoughts on the homeschool versus public school thing.
I just think the world has changed so much, so dramatically that it's like a lot of the education is becoming literally obsolete.
Okay, I know why education's changing so much because we have access to any question we want at the tip of our fingertips.
Oh yeah.
When our parents were kids, they couldn't, if they wouldn't know something, they had to go to the library, find a book on it and read about it. You couldn't just figure it out. Nowadays, if our kid wants to know something, they can find it online. There's videos that teach kids things. I don't know, it's just out there. The information is so quick. If they're older and they need to know something, they can find it on their phone in 2 seconds. My brother's really into ChatGPT, and at first I was thinking this is something like a robot that's going to take over the world, that's going to make it so we're not using our minds as much. But as I've learned more about it, I'm realizing ChatGPT and AI actually makes you smarter because even though they're answering a lot of questions for you, you're asking those questions and then you're reading the answer and it's going into your mind. Well, it's the same thing as studying.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like there's all these studies done by people saying that like screens are bad for kids, and they are, I think, for their social life, but for the other side, for education, I would imagine that our kids are smarter today than we were back when we didn't have those devices.
Yes,
I learned
I think it's
so
different.
much. I learned so much honestly, I learned so much on TikTok. It's crazy. Just by
some of those videos, they teach you
self-help stuff or like, honestly, I learned a lot about health. I learned about, different supplements that support health that I had no idea about. Like,
because where are you going to be when someone just randomly talking about that? About supplements, like when you're out grocery shopping, it's like when you get on your phone that things are popping up right at your fingertips.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is very cool. And I think where the screen time, what I've heard for kids is it's just your brain. It depends on the show you're watching, but I think kids' brains kind of shut off in a way when they're watching it too much. It's almost like you're like a vegetable. But I think if it's an interactive show, it's probably good. I don't know. There probably hasn't been enough studies done. I
mean, I like when my kids sit down and they're on IXL learning and using technology to learn.
But also, how much do you learn from being super bored and having to use your mind to keep yourself motivated? Kids that are on screens have very bad patience because they're so used to being stimulated. And I think that's where it comes from. Like a kid that's super bored can last longer in restaurants. They don't need it. They learn self-help. Okay, I was reading this book. And it talks about the difference between French parenting and American parents. And a lot of the times kids that get kids were throwing tantrums in restaurants and wanting things right now are very impatient. And what they do in France is the kids have learned at a young age to wait because they do like this pause method. It's a really cool book. It's called Bringing Up BB. And Yes. The girls auditioned to be in the movie for that.
There you go.
Yeah. So I started reading the book to see what it was about because there was no script and I was very interested. And one of the things that they were finding out was that kids would like bake with their parents and they wouldn't eat the treats right away. It would take a couple of days for the bread to I don't know, for the starter, for the sourdough or whatever it was that they were baking. Kids learned to wait at all times. Even when they're newborns, the parents wouldn't pick up their babies right when they cry. So they're learning to wait. Yeah. And they said one of the best ways that kids will learn to be patient and calm is during that time where a kid is so bored, and usually here the kids are like, I'm bored, I don't know what to do. If it gets to the point where they're so bored, they will start to learn how to self-soothe. So they'll learn how to like, okay, I'm going to start counting the lights. Okay, I'm going to play with my shoelace. Okay, I'm going to play with my fingers. Like whatever it is, kids will learn how to self-soothe so that way they can sit for long periods of time as, you know, as a kid without freaking out because they find tactics, you know, to be patient. Whereas a kid's always in front of a screen, take that screen away from them and make one of those kids that's always in front of a screen.
I mean, I have noticed.
See if they can focus.
Oliver is definitely like, he's become addicted recently.
Yes. He always wants my phone.
He always wants your phone.
Like every time we're anywhere, Mom, I want your phone. No, you're not going to have my phone.
Yeah.
Mom, I want your phone. Like, I get it. Like we're watching the girls at gymnastics for 2 hours. He's bored. I want your phone the whole time. I'm like, go play hide and seek. Go to the drinking fountain.
I'm excited for him.
Like he needs to find something to do.
Saturday, he's starting soccer, which is fun.
Yes.
It's fun to get him out there and running around, and he actually loves it. He actually begged me the other day to play soccer with him, and so I was out playing soccer with him, and he's actually pretty good. Like he's pretty good. Like he kind of gets the concept.
I'm very excited for him to see what he's like.
Yeah.
He went from this baby Oliver, and now he's going to be 4 in August, so he's still 3. But you know that between 3 and 4, they're going from a toddler to like getting talents, and their personalities are coming out. You can see what they're going to be like, what they like. It's very cool.
It's going to be cool. I'm excited. I'm excited as a dad for the sports thing for the boys, you know?
Yeah. Today, I took the girls to their gymnastics private, and when we were leaving, the coach, you know, she loves them. She's working so hard to get those girls, you know, Tatum and Oakley to get on level 3, and she's like, they're almost there. Like, they almost have all the tricks they need, and she's like, I talked to the coach, and you know, Oakley's a little bit, they said Oakley's might not make it, but Tatum would, and I was like, oh, no, we've got to have them both make it. And she goes, I told her, make sure Oakley gets on it because she hasn't had a proper chance to even get to that level because she was not on that hot shots class until January. Tatum was on it for 6 months above her. That's an extra like 4 hours a week that Tatum was getting than Oakley. And imagine if they both made the team, she was going to excel so fast because now it's going to go from 4 hours a week to 9. Isn't that nuts? 9 hours of gymnastics. You guys, here's what's crazy about it. The girls are, for the first time in their life, begging us to do gymnastics all the time. Like they are talking about it all day long. When's gymnastics? When can we go to gymnastics? We want to be on the team. And so it's so cute to see.
Yeah, that is cool.
So she said that she's going to tell the coach to make sure that Oakley also doesn't get left behind. But where I was coming with this, I forgot where I was going with this. Something about sports. I don't know, just seeing your kids succeed and how fun it is to see them get better and better at things. I'm just really excited.
It's really cool. As a parent, and unless you're a parent, you can't really say anything. I think most parents would relate to everything we're saying, you know, but you really can't say much when it comes to negativity because you just don't know. Like there's gonna be a lot of people. There's gonna be there's a lot of people that thinks that you know, my view has changed on this since I've had kids, right?
Yeah.
About pushing your kids into stuff. I feel like we've had this conversation.
I think it's important to put your kids in lots of different things and then seeing what sticks. And I think sports are good. It keeps them active. It keeps them outdoors.
I want my girls to play soccer. I noticed how good. I think Tatum would be an incredible soccer player, but it teaches you like agility. I don't really want them, whether I want to or not. They can do whatever they want, but I don't necessarily see my kids playing soccer.
Well, because they don't like it very much. Every time we ask them, they're like, no.
But I really want them to play because it teaches you agility. It conditions you like no other sport. Like you're running back and forth. Like it's even worse than
Tatum played for
basketball.
Tatum played for like 5 minutes the other day, and Kyra was like, "You're amazing!" And then she got all excited and proud, and she's like, "I want to do soccer one time."
Because to be honest with you, I'm a full-grown male, and she was running me around a little bit.
Really?
I'm telling you, dude, she was running me around a little bit. I was like, "Whoa, I am tired," and like you are like getting after. I mean, she was going after the ball. Like she didn't show you as much as she showed me the first time.
Wow.
I was like impressed.
Good for her.
I was really impressed.
Kids do have more energy though. I mean, these girls are so strong for their age.
They're really strong. I think gymnastics has done a lot for them and
I'm,
dance.
I'm excited for all the new chapters, but I went and checked out a gymnastics studio while I was in California and a dance studio just to make sure that there was good ones. And I, started asking around and I found, some of the best studios and gymnastics places down in Orange County. And so it made me feel more confident if we do move there. But, what I was saying was the reason I kind of want to stay in Utah for another year is seeing her coach fight for her. And then afterwards, when she came out, she goes, I saw your vlog about you guys moving. Are you really going to move? And I said, I don't know, because I don't know. And part of me feels like it'd be so cute for them, to be here at their gymnastics studio that they love.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can't plan your whole life around gymnastics though. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's do that then.
You're planning your whole life around the beach and the parks.
Not really. I honestly am not. I think.
Do you feel like your overall mental health is happier in California?
100%.
Because I do too. As soon as I get there, I feel like my true self. I always feel like when I'm there, you guys probably see it in my stories. Like even Radhika noticed the other day, she's like, you posted more stories in California than you do when you're here. Because she noticed me like posting when I was cooking and just like everything was making me excited. Mm-hmm. I'm just like my true self when I'm there. Maybe my soul is tied to it because I grew up there.
You grew up there. I mean, it's your home base. Home base. I mean, it is starting to warm up though a little bit out here.
Oh, we were
Stuff's
outside
starting
today.
to turn a little greener.
I liking it. I'm looking outside. It feels so cute. I'm ready to go on the bike rides that we always go on around the lake.
I like it. It
we
is.
Can't move.
We're gonna have to.
Oh my gosh, it's so nuts to think that we could literally be living in California in the next 3 months, or we're gonna stay here for another year. We don't know. It's all up in the air.
I don't know. I just don't. Oh man, I just don't know if I can do another one. That's it. So, but I do have a lot going on here, and
I think we should stay put for the few things we have got going on.
Okay. I guess.
Oh, you're getting so sad.
My band is out there in Temecula. I want to be able to.
Okay, then let's go. Let's check Zillow right now and see if there's any houses available.
I also have a band in Nashville too. So should we just move there?
I would be down to live in Nashville.
Part of me doesn't want to move there because I feel like we're going to feel the same thing. I actually think that some of our friends that live out there are going to start feeling it. Like 2 more years go by because they just moved out there. You know what I mean? Like a year ago, 2 more years go by and they're going to go, oh my gosh, I miss California, man.
I don't know. It depends on which friends you're talking about, because some of our friends that live out there just love
like
lifestyle.
Savannah and Cole, like
yeah,
they love it out there, right?
They love it because they like that lifestyle.
Corey and Catherine love it out there. There's a lot of people
they like
out there.
the slow paced outdoors, running in the backyard lifestyle. But for us, I think we're a little more hustly. Like I feel like we. Yes, I want the outdoors all day long, slow pace, but I like it. I like outdoors all day long, but like fast pace.
I don't know. I'm a big city kind of guy. I really am. I could live in New York City.
Same.
I
like a mix of the two.
I like wheeling and dealing. I like sitting down at meetings and dinners and, I like.
Yes. You like networking, lots of friends, opportunities. I'm the same way. And so for me, I can't be too far out. I have to be like kind of by a city. I mean, Nashville's.
I grew up
by a city.
I grew up.
I mean, Nashville is a city.
Slow paced. My whole life.
Super slow paced.
So when I got to the big city, Chicago, and I was living in Chicago, and I've lived around New York, and I've lived in Pittsburgh and Philly and
Dallas.
I've lived all over the country.
He's lived everywhere.
And every.
Which one was your favorite?
Honestly, I have to be honest, Los Angeles. Like even though it is grimy and like
I'm just so sad about how Los Angeles has turned out.
It's horrible.
Like, there's like a one little cute part in Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills, and then everywhere else just feels so run down.
It's run down. The whole city is scary. It is
There's
scary.
a lot of crime. I mean, I don't know. Like part of me loves, I love the fast paced, like fun opportunity lifestyle, but then the other half of me does like the, I don't know, just safe.
You want to settle down
wholesome.
you want to settle down for your kids, but then you look at life and realize how we're I was talking to Matt about this today. We are slaves in the United States. We think we're free. We're actually slaves. We're slaves to the system.
Totally.
We're slaves to the system. We have to keep grinding.
They want us in a certain box.
Yeah. But we are slaves because we have to keep grinding and whatever. And the way I found that when I moved to a big city, I end up doing better. I have
there's more people around you doing more, so it keeps you going. Like that would be like in a race, you know, there's people running next to you super fast, and so even though you shouldn't focus on them and stay in your own lane, you get motivated with them. I work out better with a group of people than by myself. I don't know. So
I don't want to run the rat race my whole life, but I'm only 36 years old.
Yeah.
36 or 37.
I don't even know how old you are anymore.
Whoa.
I know I'm 32.
No, I'm
though.
36. I turned 37 this year. Okay. Cool. So like I'm only 36.
And
Most
you know
people don't even
what?
start their professional careers until they're 35.
I feel like we've been very blessed to not have to like live paycheck to paycheck right now, but there are so many families out there that can barely survive with how the world has gone right now with our economy and everything. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It's important. Honestly, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it is important to have an education so you can open up your ops.
Totally.
Like I'm glad that I have at least a bachelor's degree, you know what I mean, to fall back on if our world shuts down, because it definitely could.
Yeah, our world can shut down and you can go get another job, some business.
You see Fun with Dick and Jane last night? Mm-mm. Yeah, Fun with Dick and Jane. We watched the movie together. Fun.
I know,
with
but
Dick
I fell
and Jane.
asleep in the middle of it.
Yeah, you know the concept of the movie though.
And now I forgot what it was about.
So this really successful dude and his wife, they had really successful jobs.
Yes.
They ended up losing their jobs out of nowhere.
You can't find another job.
Can't find another job because he's too overqualified.
Well, and everybody got laid off, so there's so many people looking for the same position.
But that can happen to anybody. That can happen to us.
Yep.
Like social media could shut down, and that's our job. And then what are we going to do? Luckily,
we have some businesses.
Luckily, I have some businesses. I have a lot of great investments. I have a lot of.
We've talked about this on like 20 podcasts
have
now.
we?
Yeah.
No, we have.
We talked about.
We talk about. Yeah.
All our businesses.
Well, whatever. If you didn't listen to the last one, you're going to hear it now.
Sometimes we forget what we talk about, and then I feel so self-conscious talking about the same thing twice.
Doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Okay, because what if they didn't hear that episode?
Absolutely.
But if they are somebody who's listening to all of them, which I love you so much if you are, thanks for being part of the MADlife. I'm sorry if we repeat ourselves. Sometimes we forget what we've already talked about.
Hey, listen, I have to check this out really quick.
What is it?
Well, I mean, we just started this podcast, right? Like, we've done 20.
When did we start? No.
20 episodes, and we're at 95,000 subscribers, right? That's pretty cool.
Oh,
you know?
I love that.
It's pretty cool. I want to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I want to hit 100,000 subscribers off of this episode.
Okay.
So we should do like a giveaway or something of that nature.
Subscribe. Take a screenshot of it that you're subscribed and send it to my Instagram.
No.
Madison Montempo DMs.
Just tag it and post on your story.
That's what I'm saying. Instagram.
Yeah, they should tag and post on your story.
Okay, post it on your story and say, I love the MADlife.
Yeah,
I'm subscribed.
And
then how about we
pick? Yeah.
We pick 2 people that each win $500.
Holy moly. Okay.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Okay.
We're giving away $1,000.
I'm gonna
to
go
one of 5,000 new subscribers. So once we see we can actually see the new subscribers. I can go to subscribers and see all the new ones.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And yeah, we'll do like a little 500. This is cool, yeah.
Yes, I want to start doing stuff like this all the time. I have a secret section on my Instagram page. It's called the Secret Club. I'm trying to make it exclusive for giveaways. I'm going to give away money all the time. Have you seen my Secret
Madison
Club?
Bontempo on Instagram.
Have you seen my Secret Club section, Kyler?
Yes, I did see it.
I haven't done much with it, but I'm going to start.
Okay.
It's looking like spring outside, guys.
Another
excited.
thing. Do you mind if I promo this? Because I actually really would like to promo the fact that I have a song that comes out on Friday.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the date? What's the date on Friday?
It's called "Slipping Away." It's about
Slipping Away.
It's about me and Madison, honestly, just kind of like remembering how we started, and just getting back to the basics and slipping away and spending time together.
Out, go back to where you started.
Rekindling. You know, not a dying flame.
Okay, so Friday, April 5th. April 5th? Is that the date, Kyler?
Friday, April 5th. It'll come out at midnight on April 5th. So.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This is the dawn of a new era, by the way, because I haven't released a song in 1 year.
Wow.
I just got busy, man. I got busy. I was really focused on the show.
It was a lot that had to do with the producer too, right?
Yeah, but you know, we came around. It's all good.
Yeah.
But it had a lot to do with the show. You know, I was so focused on live performance because I really wanted to check that off my bucket list. And now I feel pretty confident. I'm playing Country Fan Fest again. I don't know if I've told you that, I guess, before, but playing Country Fan Fest
so
this
excited.
year. I might be playing another festival here in
Kyler
Utah.
was so good at Country Fan Fest. I was so nervous because I'd never really seen him play in front of a bunch of people. And I was like, oh, is he going to do good? I don't know what he's gonna do up there. And I was so proud. Like when I was watching, I was like, it felt like, and I wasn't even being biased. I felt like you looked like you've done this for years.
I've done a couple acting scenes in my life, and I honestly think acting has helped me a lot.
Yeah, like you were owning the role of a country music singer star on the stage.
When you're acting, you have to pretend like nobody's there. You're in the scene.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a choice. You have to
commit.
You have to commit.
He committed. It wasn't like he was holding back and nervous. He committed, and it looked so. It looked so real. The whole audience. He was one of the first people of the whole show, so there wasn't a lot of people there yet, and everyone started just crowding around, and the vibes and the energy was amazing. He had such a good turnaround, and as soon as he finished, there was such a big windstorm that all the other artists had to leave. They couldn't even perform. So we got so lucky that he ended like 10 minutes before the windstorm happened.
Literally the roof blew off.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So he wouldn't have been able to even perform if that happened 10 minutes later. That's how quickly after. So you got so lucky. Good job, Kyler. I'm so excited. But before July, before the next show, he's going to have a bunch of new songs he's going to play.
You want to hear a little bit?
They're super good.
You want to just hear just a
Give
little
us
bit?
a little teaser, Kyler.
I'll give you a little
Coming
teaser.
out Friday, Slipping Away.
Do you want me to tease that one or tease the new
And then
one?
the next one, Popping on a Bonfire.
No, it's not called Popping on a Bonfire, but you want a little teaser of Slipping Away? Just
Yeah.
a little tease it?
Give us a little teaser.
I'll give you a little teaser. All right.
10,
9,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Wait.
3.
Count slower.
How long does it take you to pull this up on your phone?
It takes a
2,
second.
1. Here comes the teaser of Slipping Away. Coming out April 5th. Kyler Fisher. Slipping Away. April 5th. Pre-save.
Come on.
Woo!
We've been letting the world sit on our shoulders, running too far from where we've been.
I just need you here a little closer. Climb inside and make the tires spin.
It's been getting too easy to get too busy, watching days slide through the cracks.
Woo!
Tomorrow's gonna come tomorrow, but today's one that we
Won't get back.
Let's go for a ride and just take some time and do some of the things we used to.
Okay, that's enough. You can't do too much. You can't do too much.
All right.
Because the next part's the best.
It
You have to
is.
save that next part.
Okay. It's saved.
Okay. So
Saved where?
are you going to have a pre-save like the day before?
Yeah. I have a
Okay,
pre-save.
so April 4th.
Yeah, I could do a little pre-save vibe.
Okay, I'm excited for you. Okay, well, you guys, thank you for hanging out. I get so emotional because I know that somebody out there is watching this and they're all fun and cool, and we don't even know who they are, but they're probably gonna comment, and then I get a comment back to them.
Yeah, that is fun. But let's do the giveaway so we can really show
Don't
our
forget
love.
about the giveaway. So 2 of you, $500. We want to start doing this more often because I'm so grateful for all of you being here. Go screenshot that you're subscribed and go send it to me or post it on your story and say, I love the MADlife podcast. I love listening to it. I'm subscribed, and tag me. And that's going to mean so much to me because then your friends are going to see that you love the MADlife podcast. And then, yeah, it'll just be great.
Great.
Okay,
All right, guys.
I love you, and go make a difference. Comment down below what you did this week to make a difference. And I'll comment what I did this week to make a difference. I love you all, and thanks for listening to the MADlife podcast. See you on the next episode.
Bye.
Goodbye.